Congratulations! I have seen that you won nationally as the Best SET-UP Adaptor or Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program. It's the first time that the Cordilleran won nationally and we're very proud of it.
Hello, I want to greet you with a blessed day. I'm grateful that you would enjoy watching and hearing us.
How is farming to you?
For me, farming is a relaxation. When I sow the seed, plant a crop, and view the harvest, it's a great joy to be harvesting these crops after several months of waiting for the harvest. So for me, it is not a difficult task to do, but rather it is a hobby.
So how did you start farming?
Well, when I was still a child, I like farming. So it so happened that in my elementary days, the school provided an area for us pupils to farm. So I started with a small area to plant several varieties of crop until I reached high school, until college. I keep on farming during those days, and when I finished schooling, I started this farm.
Oh, okay. Did it ever occur to you that you will come this big or this far?
No, not at all. I did not expect that I would be farming as wide as this, with all this technology that is being practiced in this greenhouse. That's the reality. I did not plan this, but because of the favor of God, it came to be like this today.
Can you narrate how you did it from beginning to end?
Okay, this farm is not like this before. It's an open field, and it's depending from rain. So during summer months, I cannot plant this farm because of the scarcity of water. But I'm grateful that this technology was introduced to me, this what they call drip irrigation or automated drip irrigation. So when this was introduced to me, I am able to plant this area the whole year round, because even though it is summertime, the use of water is economized because the crops are receiving water from these drip lines in a smaller amount compared to what I've been using before, which is the overhead irrigation that require too much water. So when I came to know this technology, I applied it, and it greatly helped me. The whole year round, I am producing crop, and not only the quantity was improved, but also the quality of my produce was improved. I am producing better crop than what I have been doing before. So that's it. That's how I started. And one thing more, I did not start as big as this. I started, of course, with a smaller area. So until such time that I am gaining income from my first crops, then I advance, increase my production until I have fully planted this whole area. Apart from this automated drip irrigation, of course, another technology that was introduced in this farm is the use of greenhouse or controlled environment. So during typhoon months, we are able to protect our crop from adverse weather conditions. So we are able to harvest more compared to the open field that we have been uh, planting before, that during typhoon months the crops are destroyed. That's why we harvest just a little because most of the plants are destroyed. But with this technology or the use of greenhouse, we are able to harvest more compared to the previous way of farming.
Great. You mentioned about your challenges before acquiring technology. Can you please tell us more?
Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of problems being encountered prior to the introduction of this technology in this farm, because the life of the crop is directly affected by adverse weather conditions. For example, during the rainy season, the vegetables are damaged because of strong winds and rain. Thus, the harvest was low because it is affected by this adverse condition. Conversely, during the summer months, because of the lack of water supply, I cannot plant this area because it is dependent from rain. And of course, I was using the invention before, which they call rainbird or overhead irrigation. And that kind of irrigation need much water. So, of course, during the dry season, I could no longer irrigate this farm because there is no water. And secondly, I don't have yet this technology to use during those times. But after I introduced this technology in this farm, I dug a depth well, and even though the depth well is not producing too much water, it is enough to water this whole area. So, in other words, during the dry season, I could already produce crops, unlike before that I cannot harvest or even plant because there is no water. So that's the whole picture of it.
Oh, okay. How about your challenges using technology, advanced technology?
Well, technology is not free. That's the reality. Of course, it is expensive. But even though using technology would entail much expenses, it would be compensated by the production, because with the use of technology there is an increase in production, the quality of crops are, or the quality of crop is improved. Thereby, even though there are expenses to be entailed because I need to purchase this drip irrigation, I need to change also the roof when it is already destroyed. I need to pay all of this, but as I said, that because of there is an increase in income, I am able to buy those things and replace the damaged parts. Yeah.
That's great. So, technology is really an advantage. Our last question, do you have some words of encouragement to our farmers?
Yeah. To my fellow farmers, it is a great privilege that we are bringing food to the table of our neighbor. Of course, not only our family, but other people as well. So, because the food production is placed in our shoulders if ever we are suffering low production because of these adverse weather condition that we are experiencing. Why not consider also adopting technology in order for us to improve not only the quantity of our production but the quality as well. And as we do this, we would be taking part in the program of our nation or of our government of ensuring food security, not only for our family, but for other precious people. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this interview. We have learned a lot, and I hope our audience also learned from your experience.
And by the way, may I add this? Of course, whatever we do, we believe that God is interested in guiding us. So even though this is not directly related with the spiritual aspect of our life, of course, this farming, we also need to believe that God is interested even in farming because in reality He is the first farmer. He was the one who planted the Garden of Eden. So let us continue putting our trust in Him because He's going to guide us even in our farming venture. Thank you.